Hello there. Today I learned about APIs and requests module and so on. Um, the main project is not that satisfying, uh, like a graphical way, but it's fun to look at it later. But it's basically uh, you are waiting, you're gonna make a program that says if an IIS satellite is above you during the times that it's night, you will get an email that says, yeah, that it's above you and you should look for that. But we can start with the first challenge just to make it more easy. Here is a Kanye quote program. So each time, press this button and get a random quote from Kanye from a website using the API. So by using this module, request, we can access APIs. So this URL here is an API. So you take so I made a variable here, or an object called response, and you use the request.get. Then you register status with this object, so if something went wrong, you get a good error message. Then you get the JSON in this API, and make a variable of it, and then you get the quote from it, because a JSON file is basically a dictionary. So that was just the first challenge to understand how to use it. So if we now move to the main one, which took me a damn long time because I was kind of slow today. First, it went super quick, super quick. So when let's see, when I make this while loop, I had two if statements. So I had this if statement in it, and I have this if statement in it. And we can actually start with the first one. So the first part here is to check where the latitude and longitude are for the satellite and make it so it's around my position. And it's easy, we already kind of made it during the lesson. So you make a response, you get the URL, you get you raise the status, you get the JSON, and you get the specific data points. And your position is with plus or minus 5 degrees of the ISS position. And I know, so if we say Stockholm, in Sweden, I will take the latitude and set it -5 and +5, and then I do the same with the longitude. So first I had a statement. This if statement, so okay. If the satellite is above me, I can move on. That works fine. Until I noticed that the latitude did not update every time. So if I started it, it just took the first output and the input it got. So if I start this started a while loop without using this program, this function, it will just take the latitudes at that time and just keep repeating them in the while loop. And I figured that would be the same thing for the next function. And so the next function is just to check for when the sun goes down and when the sun goes up to see if it's dark and where I am on the earth. So in the beginning, yeah, it took me some time to Google that I need to make functions for it. So every time it updates its data. So in this while loop, if it's dark times and if the satellite is above, if this if statement, so if the time now is less than sunrise, so we have a 24-hour period. So if sunrise is at 3 a.m., it should be less than 3, or if the sun goes down at like 20, it should be bigger than that. So between 20 to 5 a.m., this function returns true. So now, when I've made two functions to see if it's above me and if it's night, it's very easy. Like this part I get instantly because from my projects before is check it out how to do it again. So I have my email, my password, my context, because I need to use SSL. Then I open this SMT lib, the SMT what you call it, address to Google Gmail. Then I log in and I send the mail and I use this letter. And I check every 60 seconds for this if statement. And then it sends. So if the satellite is above me, every 60 seconds it will tell me it's above you, because it's not for a long time. It's above you, because the satellite is super quick. So let's just head over the whole program again real quick. First, you need to get your coordinates where you live. I live somewhere in Sweden, but I took Stockholm. Then you make a function to get the latitude and longitude data for the ISS. So you get API from the ISS website. Then you do the same as you did on the Canyon thing. And then you make a function to know if it's dark outside. Here you need to use parameters to actually get the JSON data. So the parameters for this API are my latitude and longitude. I wanted it formatted at 0, so it's not AM or PM time, because I'm using the daytime module. Then it says before response, make a response, get the data. Then I get the sunrise, result sunrise, bam. This part here is to split the string, because it's kind of weird in the beginning. So I take away a T that's in it, and then I take away the colons, because I just want the hour. And then I do the same. So I do that for sunrise and sunset. Then I get the time now, which is date time now. And then I made an if statement. And then you make the while loop that updates each 60 seconds to see if it's dark times and ISS is above. And it sends an email. Pretty simple, just took me time to figure out that I needed a function. But thank you for listening today. Have a good one. Hope it goes quicker for you.